answering your questions about retirement. It's Money Talk with Michael Eastham.
I'm 66 with a teacher pension. When should I claim Social Security to protect my younger spouse best?
When to start Social Security is always a very personalized situation. But I can tell you that a pension and Social Security, they both interact. So timing really does matter, especially with a younger spouse in your particular situation. Think about the fact that the later you start Social Security, the better off it's likely to be for a surviving spouse. Because what ends up happening is whichever spouse has the higher amount of Social Security at time of death, that's going to be the Social Security benefit that the surviving spouse is going to have to live with. So that is a very important question to take into consideration, especially as you try to think about, well, when do I start it, right? You can start between 62 and 70, but many of these factors are very personalized, and that's why I raise that point, because it's going to depend on the other types of income that you have, right? If Social Security and your pension is enough to live on and live comfortably to get all of the needs and wants that you have for retirement, well, then it may not be such a big deal to lean on other investments. But if that's not enough, then we have to look at other types of investments and how those things are positioned when it comes to generating true, dependable income in the form of interest and dividends. So make sure that you take into consideration all of those pieces. Of course, longevity is very important. Health matters as well, your current health status and your expectations for income from other investments. Now, I bring that up because many times I see people who come in and they say, wow, my IRA and my brokerage accounts, they've been doing really, really well in the market. So I think I'm going to let them ride in my growth investments, whether they're mutual funds or growth stocks. Then the problem with that is that, remember, we talk a lot about investing for growth versus income. Most growth stocks, most mutual funds, and even many bond funds are really designed to generate income by selling shares. That's withdrawal. When we talk about generating income, then it's an income-first investment strategy, using things that are specifically designed to pay you interest, to pay you dividends. And remember this key point. Interest and dividends are a renewable resource. They're not dependent upon the value of the position that underlies it. So the value could be higher or lower, but generally speaking, the income produced from that is a renewable resource, meaning that you get actual cash, you can spend that cash, and you're going to come back the next time and you're going to get that cash replenished. That's a huge deal, especially if you're trying to fill a gap between Social Security, a pension, and your actual income wants. Hope this helped. Make sure that you like and subscribe the video so that you don't miss a single episode of Money Talk.